Hello Total Wargamers, my name is Deacon and welcome to another update in Deacon's Diaries. As you may have noticed, it's been a while since I was able to upload anything, and as I've referenced in a couple of comments in answer to questions from some of the viewers and subscribers, am I still going to update my series? And the answer is yes. The reason why I haven't been able to is that life has been continuously throwing stuff at me that is just very hard to process and get ahead of. So I'm totally focused on the real life stuff that I've got going on. Previously I was on holiday and I did prepare a whole series of videos to upload, or to publish stuff daily for you guys to be able to continue following the series. But when I got back from holiday, I think I've been away from home like 10-11 months out of the sort of 18 or so of the past 1.5 years. So I have a rather large house and a large garden, and all of that really did require a lot of maintenance that I was kind of lagging. And that's one thing. The other thing is I have almost completely neglected many of my friends and family and much of social life, and that includes also time with wife and children and so on. So, and even though we spent a good holiday together, there's still a lot of things left to do. And well, that's kind of what's keeping me busy at the moment on the one hand. And the other thing is, if you've been to the first video in this series, you may have noticed that I've had a heavy operation in October, but before that, actually a half year before that, also well before I started my channel, I broke my leg and was operated on for the first time. So all in all, I later found out that going through with life as if nothing had happened, and as doctors told me, my leg was in fact healed up. Well, it wasn't. I was actually doing training exercises with my physiotherapist in the gym, pressing sets of 20 with 70 kilograms on my broken leg. So I must have had a very high how do you say, limit of enduring pain. But all in all, I was at home 24/7 with wife and 3 children, 2 of which are the kinds of bouncing balls, probably ADHD children, as I have ADHD myself. And but unable to work, to provide income, to study, or even taking care of the kids properly, or the housekeeping and so on. So, and that in itself kind of burned out my wife, because she's been taking care of basically everything for 1.5 years. And well, she kind of started like feeling it's all up to her and her alone, and that just gave her a tremendous emotional load to carry as well, and that in turn has caused us quite some tensions in our relationship. And that's, I guess, probably the hardest part, and having to well, support a wife with that kind of tension in her life, and all the emotions that come with it. And I later found out, actually not at the time, it resulted in a burnout for me as well. So I've been recovering from my leg, also a burnout. And with that came a whole host of emotions of anger and sadness that I had kind of suppressed for, well, actually my entire life. Things that happened to me early on. Some very traumatic experiences that I've had. And that's kind of the stuff that I'm trying to fix and balance out in my in myself, in my private life, and also in social life, so to say, in society. Trying to find a role for myself that actually suits me, that fits my personality, and that is gratifying in various ways, which I was already working on before I even broke that leg. And started all of this because I was a career switcher, and at the age of 40 went back to university in class with kids aged from 17, 18 up until 60, even other people that are also returning to studies at a later time. And that's a part of the process that I also still have to continue. So I'm trying to fix myself up physically, psychologically, emotionally, relationally, privately, and also professionally for the future. So it's kind of a lot to handle, and then also the practical side of house maintenance, garden maintenance, and so on. I've just switched priorities to those things first, and in that burnout situation, I went away from home to just give myself some time to recover, and also to alleviate the stress on my wife and family, having to absorb and support my issues along with everything else that comes with normal family life practically. But as I've come home, the roles that I have in the family, I'm just giving that the priority. So all in all, gaming has been part of my life like forever, since I can remember, since the first computers came out on 8 megahertz and so on. When the first PC generation, I pressed the turbo button, I would be up to 16 megahertz, you know, and even before that. So it's a main center point of my relaxation that I really do need. But as you can see, I'm also trying to grab myself some forest and some walking, which is also, and some outside fresh air, which are becoming a more central part of my life as well. So I will still be recording in the future. I will be uploading and publishing, maybe not on a daily rate, but still weekly. I expect multiple times per week, so that you guys can continue to watch and interact. And well, so far you guys have been great. I'm almost up to 1,000 subs as we speak. So thanks for all your support and all the time you've been spending, commenting, watching and questioning the stuff that I do. Thanks for watching. See you next time.